Welcome to Comix Relix. I'm Ray Mescalado, and today we're going to talk about quick comfort comics. We're going to start by looking at True Faith, which I know I've talked about before. But I guess True Faith is a good selection because the whole idea for me of quick comfort comics is I've had a very, very, very rough year. These past 12 months have been kind of crazy. And while I won't go into the details here, the point is sometimes you just need something to keep yourself sane. Sometimes you need a good comic to make you feel better about the world. And I guess different people have different things they need for their comics, but True Faith works for me because it's such a dark but funny but beautiful comic. I love Warren Police's art, of course. Garth Ennis is writing a wonderfully sacrilegious comic. And it's got horror in it. It's got satire. And yeah, there are a lot of times when I just take it out, I read through it, or I'll read a favorite part. But really, that is another thing I'm looking for when I want a comfort comic. I want to be able to just pick it up, read it through. This is a relatively fast read. It could take like an hour and a half. And feel better from it. Feel like the world makes sense in a really weird, twisted, blasphemous way, I guess. Another comfort comic for me, and this one is a little different, is Frank Miller and Lynn Varley's Elektra Lives Again. It's not my favorite Elektra comic. Elektra Assassin is, but Elektra Assassin is a little bit harder to lug around. It's a little heavier. So I went with Elektra Lives Again. But not just because of how light it is and how quick a read it is. And this is going to sound funny. Oh, I love this staircase sequence. But I really appreciate how Miller is exploring the nature of grief in this comic. In a very strange ninja assassin, cutting off heads and dismembering limbs way. This is a story about Matt Murdock trying to make peace with first the loss, then the recovery of Elektra, and what it means for him to go on with his life. And like I said, this has been a very strange year for me. So this idea of moving on, even when things get really freaky and weird and violent, it spoke to me. And I really think this is also one of the most overlooked works by Miller, probably because it doesn't fit into the standard Elektra continuity. But there's a beauty to this, especially because of Varley's coloring and the details that Miller does to his work that make it stand out. Is it a masterpiece for Miller? I think it's an overlooked interlude in his development. Kind of like Ronin, which is actually praised more now that I think about it. And it's a comic that I can read quickly, but still think about and ponder and enjoy the blood and guts along the way. The last quick comfort comic I want to talk about is Gloriana by Kevin Huizenga. This isn't the comfort of the familiar, which is the case for the other ones I talked about, or something like the Duck comics. Rather, it's the comfort of thoughtfulness, I guess. Huizenga is an incredible formalist innovator. He experiments with the comics pages in ways that blow me away every time I look at his comics. They're worth going back to, not just because they're entertaining, but because they give you a lot to examine and to break down and to think about. And believe me, when you're spending a long time waiting on a bus or sitting somewhere, it's nice to have something that will make you think like that, that'll make you ponder. Just again, just to stare off into space and have something churning and figuring out. I mean, just look at this. Oh my God. I need to read more Huizenga. I mean, I have some of his Ganjis. But the nice thing about Gloriana, not just because it dissects the apocalypse, which is fun, but also because it does it in such a compact format that you do get to carry it around with you. You do get to open it up. You do get to examine things and look at things in a different way. It's a beautiful book that does provoke thoughts. It does make me want to read more of his work, which I will be doing very soon once life gets a little bit normal. So, on that note, I'm Ray Mescalado. Have a good day.